I'm so sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but ladies, if you're from Australia, you don't exist. You do not exist. I do disagree with friend of the channel Rag Reynolds when he says Australia isn't real, but I will have to basically say you're half right, mate. Because half of Australia no longer exists. Can we stop using the name women or woman? That shit's offensive. So is lady, so is gal, so is Sheila. Anything like that is fucking offensive. How dare you? The correct word, the correct terminology is people who menstruate. If you are watching this and you are a woman, let me tell you this. You're no longer a woman, you are a bleeder. That's it. That's all you're known. That's all you're known for is bleeding. I guess that means I have to change my intros. G'day, bleeders and gentlemen. I hope you're doing well. The Butts Barn here. Well, that's fucking weird. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, this video is brought to you by the great people at Surfshark VPN. Safety and security are two very important aspects of everyday life on the internet. Did you know that there are thousands, if not millions, of dirty soy boys out there trying to do you harm, trying to steal your information, trying to get inside your head? They want you. They're coming for you, the dirty soy boys. Basically, anyone can watch what you're doing online if they really want to, particularly with things like the recent laws that were rushed through Australian Parliament. These surveillance laws mean the government can just collect data from your device and take over your social media. That sounds fantastic. If only there was someone out there that could save us poor people. Well, there is, and their name is Surfshark VPN. Surfshark turns you into an anonymous and hard to trace online user. It also allows you to sidestep the geo-blocking rules. Did you know that Netflix and Disney Plus only show certain shows to different parts of the world? That's absolutely disgraceful. Access shouldn't be tied to your nationality, and with Surfshark, access is granted. Ladies and gentlemen, I love Surfshark. They've been a sponsor of the show for a long, long time. So go and support them right now and use the promo code BUTTSMAN to get 83% off and 3 extra months for free. There's also no risk. Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. So surf by your own set of rules. Ladies and gentlemen, now back to the video. Now, all this banning of women's has basically stemmed from a large corporation here in Australia called Woolworths. They're actually doing something really, really nice. They're helping people access period products or feminine hygiene products, whatever you want to call them, helping people who perhaps can't afford them access them. Marvellous. You don't want people bleeding everywhere. Woolworths accused of cancelling women after it referred to tampon users as people who menstruate. It must be hard for staunch feminists. They've tried for decades to have women equal to men, and now, poof, they don't exist. But this could never happen to men. Men can't disappear. Like, there's some things that only men can do. Write this down, ladies. For example, the mangina. Only a man can do the mangina. If you don't know what a mangina is, it's basically where you take your dick and your balls and you stuff it between your legs and then you look like you got a vagina. You can take the wage gap, you can take masculinity, but you cannot take manginas. Woolworths has been accused of caving into extreme views after the company referred to tampon users as people who menstruate rather than women. Finally. The supermarket chain was announcing a milestone partnering with non-profit organisation Share the Dignity, which provides free access to tampon vending machines. That is a interesting vending machine, to say the least. But of course, this service is wonderful. It gives people access to things they may not have because they can't afford it. Marvellous. The 100th Dignity vending machine funded by Woolworths has just been installed to help people who menstruate access period care items free of charge, the store wrote in a social media post. I guess the thing that annoys people with shit like that is like, you're treating us like fucking idiots who have never heard the word women before. Or we don't know that people with vaginas menstruate. Like, we know these things. And then all of a sudden, when you turn it into a different word, you just expect people to go, yeah, that's heaps normal. Why change a word or a meaning of a word or a phrase just to suit 1 out of 1 million people? I feel like they should be represented and I feel like they should be seen, but I don't feel like you should change language just to suit a tiny portion of the population. I feel like that is just such a waste of time. And it's virtue signaling from Woolworths. They don't give a fuck. Actually, I've just been sent this link. I'm completely wrong. This is some myths about menstruation. Write these down. The myth, only women get periods. Wow, it's like the Loch Ness Monster. What a myth. Who else bleeds? Gender isn't actually a determining factor on whether someone gets a period.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching the video.
Why would I even argue with that? Why? Who am I going to convince? You? You have a logical mind, probably. Like, we can all pretend that you get your period. Yeah, we can sit there and pretend. It's like having a tea party with a plastic fucking teapot. We can pretend, or we can be accurate. I prefer to be accurate. Biological sex largely has to do with our sex organs. If a baby is born with a penis, they're assigned male. No, they are male. If a baby is born with a vulva, they are assigned female. Okay, vulva is the new word for vagina because the vagina is inside. Listen, just call it a vagina for fuck's sake. Sex, like gender, also operates on a spectrum. Does it? Like autism? You're either male or female, or you're intersex, which is very rare. If you want to be another gender, that's fine. But, scientifically speaking, you're not. The only determining factor on whether someone gets a period is having a uterus. People who identify as male or non-binary can have uteruses. Yes, they identify. It doesn't mean they are. I will call them male. I will say they're them, although I think they, them is fucking stupid. You have a uterus, and I'll call you a man, but you're still a woman, all right? Run around doing all the man things, that's great. But when you start bleeding from your vag, don't say that I'm a man bleeding from my vag. Of course, all of this was called out by Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling, and she was cancelled after that. Some people, when they argue against this, say that, hey, you don't need to have a period to be considered a woman. And that is absolutely true. Like, some women just don't have them for whatever reason. Something's going on with ovaries. I'm not going to pretend to know what's happening. Or they've had a hysterectomy, or they've gone through menopause. That still means that they're a woman. They've got a uterus, they've got a vagina, and they have XX chromosome. But just identifying as something else doesn't change all of those things, okay? That's all I'm saying. This was backed up by Bella Abrea from the Institute of Public Affairs Director Foundations of Western Civilization Program. Said such gender-neutral language undermined biological fact. By caving into extreme views of a vocal minority, Woolworths have decided to cancel women. Woolworths needs to remember that it's a supermarket. Its purpose is to sell groceries, not radical gender theory. But you see, you're wrong there, person who menstruates. The best way to advertise your products is to be as woke as possible. It makes everyone on TikTok and Twitter love the fuck out of you and celebrate how beautiful you are and wonderful you are, and then they go and buy your potatoes. That's how marketing works now. It's a fucking weird world. You know who I feel sorry for right now? I feel sorry for people who work in these large corporations, because they genuinely need to listen to people who have just come out of university and listen to them talk about their gender theory and how they need to replace man and woman with different terms to make everyone feel I could not imagine working in a workplace like that. I would want to headbutt the fucking wall. I'd love to know in the comment section down below, what is the most progressive bullshit you've seen in your workplace? The best comment, the most highly voted comment, will get a merch pack, okay? Regardless of if you bleed, you don't bleed, you got a vag, you got a penis, you've chopped it all off, you're non-binary, whoever you are, you're always welcome with the butts, man. Welcome at my shows, wherever you happen to be. Come and see me live, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you join the Patreon as well. We have exclusive content up there. The link is down below. Be a good motherfucker, peace in the Middle East, be dick stings, toodle of what. Oh, don't forget about these jumpers. They're almost sold out. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching the video. Your support means absolutely everything. If you haven't subscribed, do it right now. You keep me dogs fed, and I love you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, there's 3 new videos on this channel every week, and if you want more, you can head over to Little Butts Man, which is the 2nd channel. Ladies and gentlemen, there is more. What about the podcast? Each and every week. It's available on Spotify and YouTube as well. And I'm also on tour right now around the country doing my show, Cancel Me Now. Stand-up comedy is back, ladies and gentlemen. And please, for Christ's sake, follow me on Instagram. I'm very lonely. Love ya. Bye.